Fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for that wonderful little ceremony. Now, there's probably little need to introduce Jacob Rumbiak, but for the record, he's the Foreign Affairs Minister of the Provisional Government of the United Liberation Movement for West Papua. He's going to update us on West Papua's progress and the current situation there, and we'll then go upstairs and talk privately to the people on Zoom. Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you, Sasa, as a master of ceremony. And also good afternoon, everybody. This good day for us. Because all of us in here, we have same concern to stand together to protect our world. So we start from here. On behalf of people of West Papua, at home and abroad, the ULWP Provisional Government thanks all of you for coming today. These include our Zoom friends in Solomon Island and in the Congo and Uganda. Dr. Robert and Mrs. Wokram from Fiji, as well as Bishop Huggins, yes, share with us today. Dr. Toscano and Rent Collective friends, Dr. Robert Springer, and the West Papuan Women Office, and all friends in here. Tony will play music, and also thank you for Luis. I already stand as our special chief chef for preparing food for us today. Thank you, Luis. And also, please accept the greetings, and also very grateful. Pray from home, West Papua, and our people around the world. Friends, lately the media has been focused on the conflict between two superpowers, China and America, and their allies, and their cutting-edge weapon that could annihilate us. Media is also focused on the Russian-Ukraine war and the everlasting conflict in the Middle East. So now we hear in all newspaper or media about something far away, but in backyard in our home, only 400 kilometers from Australia, war ongoing now. But there is hardly any reporting or debate about the continuing heavy war in West Papua since Indonesia dropped bombs of white phosphorus since 2018. This war is taking a huge toll on civilians, both Indonesia settlers and indigenous Papuans, on property, on the environment, and on the Indonesian Defense Forces and our own West Papuan Liberation Army. To stop this carnage, the United Liberation Movement for West Papua Provisional Government asked for a UN human rights fact-finding mission. The response was amazing from intergovernmental groups like the MENA Nation Speaker Group, the Pacific Island Forum, the African Caribbean Pacific Group, the European Union, and countries including America, Canada, Slovakia, Poland, and the Netherlands. They have publicly supported the intervention, but Indonesia as usually divides the authority of the UN and claims the war is a domestic problem against terrorists, not the matter of international consent and international law. But for indigenous Papuans, the war since 2018 and the occupation since 1962 is a global problem. It was global policies during the Cold War in the 1960s that inserted a new state that was on the fake of economic and political conditions into the land and belongs and always has belonged to the Melanesian people of West Papua. The only way to stop this war and prevent more human disaster, hostility, revenge, misunderstanding, and the systematic rape of the natural environment is to liberate the entire territory its people from Indonesian colonialism. We have to free West Papua from Indonesia's singular chain of command and its massive carnage and destruction. In July this year, the Melanesian Spear Group will recognize West Papua as full member. When they happen, we will, as a declarative state sponsored by Vanuatu, be going to the United Nations to force review of the terrible mistake by the member state of the United States or United Nations of the state of Hamascom in transferring the administration of West Papua from the Netherlands to Indonesia. I know that you, as concerned Australians and West Papua's close neighbor, want to help our transition from colony to state. So what to do? First of all, be confident that you know law. The law is West Papua under international law is an Indonesian colony, and West Papua are under illegal alliance rule. Second, colonialism is illegal under international law, and West Papua has a legal right to be free, a legal right to independence. This is not just a moral right or political right, it is a legal right. The legal right to self-determination is granted by the UN Charter under customary international law and in the New York Agreement that Indonesia signed with the Netherlands in 1962. Secondly, have meeting with, don't just write email to your federal politicians. Tell them whether they are liberal, labor, skills, independence, or Greens, that for Australia to be in compliance with international law, there has to be a policy shift from supporting special autonomy to supporting self-determination. It really is that simple. None of us in West Papua understand Australia trying to sit up straight outside the boundaries for international law. And if I may warn you, none of the Pacific states appreciate Australia logic either. And the last is I want to update you that the war ongoing now in West Papua and local refugees have increased almost 300,000. They moved to the jungle, and other moved from other regions to other regions. Now we only have left is only our church or religion leader. Our tribe leader also is our last battle, but look like very difficult. So we need you and international involved, because we, West Papua, not only for save our own Papua, but lots of civilians of Indonesia also in West Papua. We want to free, but we also have right and responsible to protect Indonesian civilians in West Papua. When we want to be free, we must stand the right way. We're not anti-racist or anti-nation or anti-those, including Indonesian civilian, but we want to, Indonesia must change their own policy. But we still work with them when something happens for future. So I believe that Indonesia, they are not our enemy, but they are also part of the world family like us. So help West Papua free That's mean we also have West Papua. And the last, I also want to thank our brother and sister from Pacific, Africa, Caribbean, also Europe. Now we also have from Canada, America, Slovakia, Poland, and of course you're here because this is part of our mission together. Because all of us we against abuse human rights, and we want to stand for love people because as a Christian or who believe in God, they only have love God and love human. So when we love human, one another nation, we love them. That means we respect those always look after our soul. So once again, thank you and God bless.